on the beat, we'll be rolling shit. Amigos on the beat, we'll be talking pennies on me.
Hello, people. Hello. I forgot to turn on my camera. Let me do that. Guys, isn't it crazy? We're in a fuck. I forgot to put on my light too, dude. Holy shit. Hold on. Hold on, chatters. Ugh. I've got a broken back. There we go. Needed to do that. Needed to do that. Okay, so you can't make a goal. Yeah, this is fucking weird, dude. So in OBS, I can't make a goal, right? Which is usually how I do it. And then on the live stream dash in YouTube Studio, I can't make a goal either. Which is cringe. But you know, we move. I am streaming. I'm streaming and I'm here. I'm doing it. Cool. Let's fuck, dude. I was unprepared today. I was kind of tired. I was just gonna be like, you know what? I'm just gonna go home and relax and live my life. But no. I was told to stream. You know, at one point, I thought about doing art commentary about a decade ago. Now I'm so glad I never got into that community. Holy shit. uh. I mean, yeah, I could also view chat via fan funding. You know. Why are you talking Binger or Grinder? That's the one I'm thinking of. I have brain fog. So I was doing my shift today, chat. Okay. Imagine watching Yen's video and not mine. Look, I was sent this, okay? I was sent this. Hello, Super Freak, aka Drama Batman, not pretending to be Slug today. But I was sent this because I got home and I was like, I don't know what to fucking stream. And then one of them was like, how about this video? And I was like, all right, well, whatever. I'm easily convinced. And now I'm here. Oh, I thought we were all saying Binger to make fun of Falgi for the ACC binge typo. I thought he was doing ACC bingo, not ACC binge. You should play Dispatch on stream, dummy. Well, I played through the entirety of Dispatch. I think I need to come down from Dispatch. I said in the server, I'm going to give it till January. You have till January to finish Dispatch. After that, it's free game, okay? What the fuck is this? Okay, well, I guess this will be the stream next time. Thank you for that, Falgi. I appreciate it. It's actually, I will say this. I appreciate other people being online because I'm so offline these days. I actually don't know what's going on. Like, it's actually kind of crazy. Like, I'm able to keep up with, like, normie news, but I can't keep up with, like, internet denizen news, you know? Like, it's actually kind of crazy. Because I just don't, I'm not, like, online. I'm not at home. And this is, like, the space where I look at all that stuff, right? You want us to bring stream topics like little hoarding rats? Yes, that's actually part of the reason I have a Discord server, is so that way you freaks can bring me content to cover. Little Guys Incorporated is the corporation where I benefit. And I mean, I guess you have your, like, you know, ADHD, attention deficit. I know you're sitting there on your phone while you're listening to me, if you're listening to me at a PC, or like you're playing a game and you're listening to me, or I'm on your television like some crazy person. I know there's a few of you that watch me from your bed, all right? I see the statistics. I know that like 4 to 5% of you are watching me on a television. But you know, I'm always willing to take video topics. It's just that sometimes you guys have like really horrible ones. or some of you are like really mentally ill. So like entertaining your fancy is like a curl of the monkey's paw, you know? Joke's on you, Diesel. I only watch you when I piss. Diesel, I watch you with one hand. You'd be surprised, but that's more common than you think, you know? That's more common than you think. As someone watching you on my television from my bed, I feel personally attacked. Well, I know that you just took out your phone right now to send that chat. But you know what? I'm really glad that I got like the watch time from 2 screens for that small, minute moment of time. I don't watch you. You're just audio until I need my phone. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, you're covering V Omega? Yes. I will say, I posted, so this is Pi's meme. I'm not gonna play it with music because it'll get dinged. And I would really like to get ad rev on this, so. But everybody was like, what did Jar do this time? And first of all, it was a fucking meme that I stole. But then 2, I mean, stole is like a really dumb way to put it. But the fact that I say in honor of today's news, and then all you motherfuckers are in my replies being like, what did Jar do this time? What do you mean, what did Jar do this time? Who's this guy? I will say it is actually crazy that this is like Shane Dawson and P. Diddy. Why is Einstein in there, by the way? Okay. Pi is a Euclid class anomaly. Did Jar do anything? No, he had the displeasure of still existing today, actually. That's what he did today. He didn't really do anything. And I guess posthumously, Epstein did stuff and is currently still doing things. But the emails that were released are pretty interesting, not gonna lie. 0 days since Jar mentioned. Well, let's get this one out of the way. Too mad. I was thinking about Too Mad today while I was living my life. I thought about Too Mad today, you know? Not like remembering his existence, but like remembering his infamy, you know? Anyway, yes, this is... I only know Yen as a chatter, but apparently some of you guys are like... You guys are like cranking out the content now, okay? I know Gil is like an ACC... I don't know, is a refugee? Reformed? Well, whatever one you want to pick, whatever adjective you want to describe yourself as, right? But refined Gilla, yeah. I think that's the way we put it. Yeah, reformed. I don't know. Some of you, yeah. But you know, I was also thinking last stream as I was doing the body cam to court stuff with Hal that I was like, yeah, it's about time we go back around and do some ACC stuff. I do want to cover some Ned Fulmer, so I'm probably, I might not be tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I'm gonna play a game of 40K tomorrow, so I might not be able to stream, but we'll figure it out. Oh, before we watch this video, before you running squats again, yeah, because I haven't built my other army. I have like 1,000 points of I have 1,000 points of Imperial agents, but I need to put them together, and I haven't had time. I haven't had time. Damn, what that tongue do, Diesel? Do you only butcher your words, or can you? I'm not finishing this one. Diesel with the new Titus reveal. I may just run Ultramarines. I think I might pick up Titus, dude. I think I might pick it up. I kind of am fucking with that, actually. Putting this towards painting stream.
Putting this towards a painting stream.
I think if
I'll
anything, I might start doing painting streams on MPT. But yeah, I'm getting that set, not even running Ultramarines. Yeah. Leandros can't get him down. I think he would outrank Leandros now, would he not? I think he would outrank him, dude. The next Warhammer Space Marine game, we're probably gonna meet Gilliman. We're gonna be hanging with Gilliman. Dude, it's gonna be crazy. Gilliman's gonna come out from behind the screen, or like behind like a big pipe, and it's gonna be Henry Cavill. That's crazy. Somebody fucking, this is not part of the Codex Astartes, dude. But yeah. Any other degens you're covering afterwards? I have no fucking clue. I wake up in the morning and I hit the city. But then after I hit the city, I go, I don't know what I'm doing on stream tonight. And that's literally every day of my life. Anyway, before I get onto the video, when I looked up this V Omega person for a thumbnail, I click on the slideshow commentary wiki, which is an insanely weirdly niche wiki on the fandom site, okay, which is even fucking weirder, right? And the mods of this say this user does not associate with us anymore. And 2, white on yellow text. I think you're actually trying to make me stab myself in the face with this, okay? This article is about a user that does not associate with the slideshow commentary community. The page does not need any continual updates, so therefore should be protected as a finished archive. Most, if not all, information on here may be outdated. If any further information post-commentator comes out, we will feel it's needed to be added. An admin of the Wikia will have to come in and add information. Otherwise, it is out of our jurisdiction. I hope you understand this while you read. Let's see. This page is about a dangerous individual, specifically predatory actions and grooming towards Johnny. I like how this is like a Wikipedia page for people that already know what the topic is, dude. Like, this is an insurmountably ununderstandable topic to even understand, right? And the fact that I have any idea, the only one I know here is Chuli. This page has been protected in order to avoid potential vandalism or drama from emerging from it. And then I start to read it. I start to read this, and it's saying who V Omega is, right? And it says he is a former member of the hopefully ordinary people in existence, which is, what is that? Okay, you need a master's degree in unemployment. He is a member of the hopefully ordinary people in existence, the group of neutrals, which I don't even know what that is. The Cloud Palace, which I vaguely remember that one. Okay. A member of the bunch of overthinking bitches and the group of analytical thinkers. This is like giving I'm fucking 16, right? Like, this is giving 16-year-old behavior. He publicly stated his intention to leave the commentary community on September 17th, 2018, moving over to Dynasty of Idiotic Eccentrics on March 19th, 2019. What is this? But yeah, there was apparently they did the groom. They did a groom. And then there's a bunch of people who covered him or something. But the fact that this is like a hopefully ordinary bunch of people, this has a page, guys. Dude, holy shit. The best part of this is that there's still wikis that are more esoteric and specific than this. Speaking of Diddy, this is SCC Diddy, basically. By the way, SCC, ACC, PPP, I don't know what any of these things are. Well, I know PPP is the Keto Casino guy, but like, I don't really, like, these are all just completely abnormal, completely incomprehensible things. Is Cy Scribbles next on your shit list? I feel like I'm a bit late to the party, and I don't really care. I never liked Cy anyway. I always dogged on Cy, but I was just nice before the crash out with Falgi, but it was very clear that that was gonna come home to roost. Also, I don't like people who think that they're self-important for but a smidgen of clout, because like after you've been doing this for a while, you've met like a billion people like that, and all you could think is that like, brother, you say that, but I know deep down you're insecure and you don't know shit, dude. All right, not to celebrate my unk status there, but like that's really the gist of it. All right. She said queer was a slur. Well, she's definitely just a misandrist, like lampshading as a woke. All right. I don't really think that she. There's nobody likes a leftist more than a leftist. That's all I can say. But yeah, it's like all of her stuff seems not even perform. By the way, I found out about I guess small anecdote about Psy is that Psy has like a thing about disliking fucking inflation art from when she was like a mod on DeviantArt. And I just find that really funny. Like, imagine you're like so fucking unemployable and like a waste of space that your entire like axe to grind against the art people on the internet produce is inflation fetish art. Like, brother, there's a fetish on the internet and you've decided to make that fetish in particular like your personal like crusade. Especially that one. It's like, okay, the Clown City called. They want to make you their mayor. Rule Daddy 4, just get over it. Yeah, it's a weird hill to die on. It's a weird hill to die on. Well, the thing is, the only reason she didn't like inflation art is because she was overweight. But why? It's like, why inflation art, but not fat fetish art? So it's like, fat fetish art, fine. The one where they inflate you with the bike pump, not fine. Reddit mod behavior, honestly. Reddit mod behavior. Sai thinks inflation is stolen valor of fat fetishes. So, like, if I force feed a woman and it's like our BDSM flavor, that's fine. But if I like make somebody a blueberry with the Willy Wonka blueberry poison or whatever, that's not fine. I want to really get into the nitty gritty and differentiate where the line is, okay? So because it's Oompa Loompa, bad. Obese, good. She must hate the weird inflation Hunter X AI video going around on Twitter, Dead. I gotta be honest. I don't know what that is, but I guess I'm interested to know out of morbid curiosity. Maybe she really hates Dig Dug. I think Dig Dug was a transformative experience for a lot of Gen Xers, man. I think a lot of them just don't know, you know. I think I think they're like, damn, this is it for me.
Trigger warning for basically everything when it comes to this.
Anyway, we're talking about that dog, okay?
video. You have been warned. V Omega was a content creator who had common ties to the SEC, also known as the slideshow commentary community, with a list
I'll
of
give you guys free Minecraft. Curiosity as morbid as the obesity. I mean, to be fair, okay. I get being into fat women, but I don't get inflation. You know, like that's my take. There we go. Hit send tweet. Why is it showing? Stop it. There we go. There we go.
controversies,
I'll put it up,
allegations, and crimes under their belt. But over the course of time, anyone who has spoken about them has been outed as an awful person in their own right, and left the platform. This video will aim to remedy that by going through the history of V Omega's online activity. And trust me, it is a long history. So without further ado, let's begin. The timeline of V Omega's history is hard to find a starting point.
Dude, this is your fault, chat. Every time I think of the word Omega, Alpha, or Beta, I just think of the fucking Omega verse and like fucking yaoi impregnation, dude.
Given a lot of the content around this person has vanished off the internet, alongside the fact that the SEC/slideshow commentary community, which V was a part of, found its start on Skype, and since May the 5th, 2025, the site has since shut down. However, we do have knowledge of this happening due to Susie Doodletone's Skype archives, where the pair
I took the test, Pinker, and I'm like something like a bratty Omega or something. Like I got the same one as Falgy, which apparently, like, I guess I was diagnosed the bottom, and I don't really know how to feel about that. I don't know.
started messaging on the 17th of May 2017, where the pair would even discuss Susie's diaper fetish and these
That makes sense, Diesel. You would have said that for literally anything, Pinker.
creation of
Aggressive Omega? Okay.
quote-unquote gay Pokemon smutfics. V's history in online content creation and said communities does
Hold on, let me go back and read that. Pretty much. Here's another thing. Why do people think you have a diaper fetish? Because it's honestly getting old. Because you were in a role-playing group chat, but when was the last time you were there was on DeviantArt? Like, come on. Well, that's the reason why. They think you can't change? Wow, fucking fabulous. Well, I still support them. Even on a new account. I still have a character who wears them. But I don't know why that would mean I have a fetish for them. I feel like a diaper is like one of those things that it's like, there's never anybody who platonically, like, there's no platonic diaper OCs, okay? These are original sentences. There is no God. He has left this place. Abandon all hope, ye who enter. But like nobody. This is like if I had like a sexy plane drawing. Like there's no way I'm not attracted to it.
Fetishes are like phobias and allergies. Sometimes they just simply do not make sense. They just are.
You know, I'm a pretty accepting. I'm a bohemian guy, if anything, you know. But I draw like a line at like pee and poo. Like pee and poo is like there's no universe where I think anything with you is like normal. If you're like, I get really turned on by shitting myself, and it's just like, brother, I think we should figure out how to help you.
smutfics. V's history in online content creation and said communities does extend further back than this, where he tried getting into a group called the ACC. Yes, for some reason people were really hard set on branding their communities they were a part of. V Omega went under the name of SketchTB back then, where the community was focused around their issues with the way the SEC was ran and their content around 2016 to 2017. Where said alt-CC community was ran by a person called Dylan Thomas and Dark.
These are like, these feel like those TikToks where somebody's like, there's a drama in a community you're not a part of, but you're just kind of there. And this is what it feels like. It's like this is like they just made these people.
Scythe, the former of which was someone V had an absolute obsession with up until someone in the ACC's Discord server decided to post gore to see who could handle it, causing V to distance himself from the group until late in 2017, Dylan and V buried the hatchet, where V would later claim he quote-unquote defeated the ACC, which is
what is the ACC, the LCC, the SCC, the ACC, the HOP, the POOP, like, brother.
Thing, I guess. Again, a lot of the stuff from back then was quite petty in terms of reasonings for having beef.
We're back to work, so I can bully
honestly...
you with money again. BTW, you were off by 2 weeks on the length of the shutdown.
Look, I am glad that you're finally getting paid again, to be clear. That was really long as a shutdown, so I'm not wishing ill on you, Kim. But in the same breath, nobody can snatch victory out of the jaws. I don't know, fucking the quote about liberals, all they know how to do is lose.
Even arguments.
Dude, I can't believe it. What will the HIV community think about this?
I mean, come on. This is the community where people would start fights over which Pokemon is better. V Omega would then later on leave the ACC, creating a joint Twitter account meant
snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Mac. Thank you, Mac.
To clan on the CC called the Neo ACC. Yes, I'm aware this.
What the fuck is that?
Creating a joint Twitter account meant to clan on the CC called the Neo ACC.
What is this, dude? What is this? This is... What is this? Oh my god. Oh. I don't even... I want to like...
CC. Yes, I'm
Diesel, are you Neo Alt CC, aka Knack? Knack 2, baby!
aware this part may sound like mad ramblings, but it will be very important to remember later into this video, along with me cutting out any petty Pokemon dramas along the way. In 2018, an SEC member named Bomaratsu had been...
Dude, I cannot, dude. That is an amazing PFP though, not gonna lie.
Questioning their gender identity, leading to a conversation with V Omega, where V basically said Ratsu was faking their identity, and this would continue into a stream hosted by Doodle Tones on the 28th of the 4th, 2018, where Ratsu, who was 12 at the time, was making comments in the live chat, leading to V crashing out at them during said stream. For context, Frosty Bomb was Bomaratsu's old username.
What the? What the hell, Frosty?
Dude, I can't believe it. Poop was arguing with Fart, but Fart was 12 years old in the chat, and Poop didn't realize and crashed out on Fart. That's crazy.
Don't worry. No, not you. No, Frosty Bomb. It's just like, Jonah, let others talk. What the fuck is up with you, Benjamin? Okay? No, that's it. Fuck it. Benjamin, you are able to talk as much as...
I wonder what it's like to run into these people in real life. Like, would you ever know? Like, would you know? You know? Like, I don't... Like, what would you say if you were like, I know you, you're Doodle Tones. Like what would you do?
Jonah is. Don't try to fucking tell people what to do, okay? You try to fucking go on to others and try and fucking tell them, no, stop telling me to do this, stop telling me to do that. Oh, I'm not Benjamin, I'm not this, stop telling blah blah blah. No, no. Benjamin, you're gonna have to understand something. When it comes to you being as fucking irritating as you are, and you fucking obviously lying about who you are.
You think people would run into these people IRL? Brother, they don't leave the house. I know that. Yes, that is true. Correctamundo. But ostensibly, I just wanted to say that word. I don't know what it means, so I don't know how to finish this sentence.
No one is going to take you seriously within this community. Nobody.
They don't go outside, dog. But like at some point, these people gotta go outside. You know, they gotta they gotta have like stuff they want to buy, you know. They gotta pay their bills, you know.
Okay. Legit,
Like, yeah, I feel like I've seen people like this at conventions or at video game like releases. DoorDash, Diesel. You can't get everything through DoorDash, guys.
You're fucking getting on everybody's at this point. You have irritated how many people? And you trying to tell people what to do on, like, over this, when you have just as much as power as Jonah does within this stream, no, I cannot fucking sit here and let you just keep on going off like this.
Just saying, act your age that way. If you're not...
He's like 12.
What the fuck is this? Who's this other guy talking? Act your age. Dude, brother, we got Mike Tyson in here, dude.
For 10.
I know, but act your age.
If you... We're dealing with a specific type of person in this stream, huh? We're definitely breaking new ground, dude. We're breaking new ground.
Or the teenager or the pre-teenager, you better be acting your age, because I don't know either.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm trying to be extra woke after being not woke that one time, so we'll just leave that one where it is, I guess. I think we all know how to follow up on that.
I wasn't even angry, Jonah. I was just more so irritated because freaking Frosty Bomb earlier, like he ended up blocking me because I just kind of got a little bit irritated with him. Like he goes hi and I say hey, and he goes I'm trying to fill a call, and I go okay, and it's like no one has come and I only have 3 people in my call, and I go okay, and he goes that's all, I need 1 person in my call, and I said I don't care, and then just like still I do, even though I'm stupid. It's like, and I should care why? Look, I'm in my own call. I don't need to go into another call. Okay, I don't need to go into into another call with people I don't like really want to talk with. I'd prefer to be with friends or people I know. And then it's just like,
yes, probably he's
this is for everybody else. In fact, whenever you're in a Google Doc, you have the same icon as Benjamin, and ironically enough, the same.
I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. I'm actually lost. This is supposed to be Bamaratsu's transphobia accusation, but there's like they're accusing the 12-year-old of being transphobic. Brother, they're 12, dude. You should be like, look, man, just think about Legos, all right? You don't need to question that until like 16, you know? I think that's a good time that you can start thinking about that stuff, but like we got the peanut gallery of dysfunctional 19-year-olds telling you what to do.
Name is him in the doc, and he goes,
be the woker.
Care, I swear ain't.
The Wonkler gives you like a chocolate bar, okay? The Wonkler gives you a crazy chocolate bar.
I ain't. Stop talking about this. And I go, okay, so you don't care that I'm calling you Benjamin, even though you go out of your way to say that you're not him. I'm sorry, mister, I'm only trans in commentaries. I don't buy that.
I'm only trans in commentary? Okay, well, hold on. Let me preview the K-pop Demon Hunters video before we look at it. What the fuck? Is this for a mobile app or is it AI? Because it feels like it could be either or. She's like the K-pop Demon Hunter lady is like a mom, and her daughter makes her like fat in the beginning of it, and then the daughter becomes fat with the bike pump. There's actually a bike pump, dude. Holy shit. It's AI, so they just did this. I think this is bait. This is bait. Yeah, this is like some Elsa Gate. This is like some Elsa Gate like bait. This is 100% bait. Dude, this would send Psy Scribbles absolutely seething into the stratosphere. But Yeah, that's about what I thought. You know, it's such a shame because this like weird off-putting content is just made by a algorithmic LLM. All right. AI isn't real, Diesel. This is all official art. Okay.
That, and it's like, you know what, that what I aim, because reasons, and then this is his reasons, objectively amazing reasons. One, it's mostly pointless drama that
Dude, this guy must be like an amazing debater in his high school debate class.
was supposed to be there, and two, I'm blocking.
Dude, you know that he has like a I don't die, I respawn t-shirt. Whoever's talking right now. They got like a I don't die, I respawn. And it has a game controller on it. And you know they have the creeper shirt.
Bye, have a nice day. And I wrote
Alright.
XD, but like,
Oh, the one that sounds like they're full of helium is Doodle Tones, right? Because they got a voice changer on.
we've hit the mark where I'm about to swap calls. You guys have a good
Classically trained t-shirt with an NES controller on it. Yeah, but they're only 16, so they were literally not alive for it.
one.
Now the cut down clips I've just shown you are only 3 minutes.
They also have the emotions of Darth Vader shirt.
However, this rant went on for over 10 minutes long during the live stream. I mean, how pathetic do you actually have to be to start yelling about a 12-year-old on a live stream? This may seem like a small instance, but it will show the beginning of a pattern with V when it came to their views on trans identity. On the 27th of June 2020, the user Joni Rue released a twit longer talking about their own experience with V Omega dating back to 2018, when Joni was 16 to 17
Dude, not being
and
able to
V
set a goal is super fucking annoying.
was 18 to 19, explaining the grooming and mental abuse they had received from V over that time, meeting through Skype and becoming friends quickly. Things slowly became more intimate in 2018, where V and Joni would send each other lewd imagery from furry sites, joking about how V quote-unquote corrupted them, even stating to V they weren't a
Do you
poor
think their life is like a video game? I think so, dude. I think V Omega is like the neighbor in Hello Neighbor, and this other person that wrote the twit longer is like the kid in Hello Neighbor, and V Omega was going to grab them like the neighbor grabs them, and we're like lucky that that didn't happen, you know?
person in January of 2018, but after a month, V sent them porn of Joni's persona. This behavior continued into March, where the teasing became a lot more intense, leading into long periods of erotic role-playing. At this time, Joni was questioning their sexuality, and V had helped them with this realization, but never gave them actual advice on it, instead sending Joni pictures of his dick. The twit longer goes on to describe how V would oust Joni, questioning their gender identity to Joni's at-the-time partner. Given that their at-the-time partner was gay, and Joni was coming out as a woman, it was quite a stressful realization, so the fact V ousted Joni
The gamer accent of someone who thinks Scott Pilgrim is based.
without letting her do it in her own time was a gross breach of trust. Once V learnt about this, they would constantly say that Joni was faking their trans identity, basically calling them a transtrender. A thing to note, given that V had no issues when Joni came out as pansexual, as that would still fall in line with V's own sexual preference, which is important given something that we would later learn in V's response is how they had a crush on Joni at the time. Starting with the aforementioned outing of Joni's gender identity to their partner, telling Joni how they were
Thanks, although I'm not happy with you. You probably figure it out when you check your vent account. Why is it that you actively want to keep ruining yourself and cause more problems? Legit, what reason is there for you to hide your identity to your parents? I don't have one, that's why I hate it. It's just my anxiety. Hiding what shouldn't be hidden is you actively being immoral for no reason, especially when you don't have one this time. I know flat out I'm not happy with you. I'm not supporting this stupid shit anymore.
happy with her, questioning why Joni was hiding their gender identity from her parents, and Joni explaining how it was her
Dude, trans tenders called that bitch a chicken finger, bro. What? I don't even know what I'm saying. What the fuck?
anxiety, followed by V calling them immoral by
Call him a trans tender? Well, I'll still No,
hiding
there's a joke here. There's a joke here. There's a joke here. Okay, trans, tender. Well, that don't matter. I'm gonna still chicken finger them or something. I don't know. It's in there somewhere. There's one in there. I'm telling you, there's a real good. There's like a fucking 2K retweets tweet somewhere inside that. All right.
from people close to them and how he wouldn't support it. This conversation continues with V berating her and using controlling language like, "But
-2. Fuck you. Fuck you, -2. Fuck you, -2. All right. There's like a plus 500 in there. Okay. There's like a plus 500 buried in the rocks there.
no, I am under the thought process
0 out of 10. I thought you were stroking out.
of you not being non-binary or trans, and I think that you need professional help. And stop going to people who obviously don't know anything, because you won't listen to me, you won't do the right thing anymore." Keep in mind, during all of this, Joni was still in her class at school, and I will note this conversation was only a few days after V had outed her to her partner, as seen in these messages we now have.
Remember, Diesel, tend is a verb. It's right there. Look.
access to that weren't in the original document. Joni, yep, unless he messaged me back when we talked and stuff. I'm pretty sure he broke up with me. You guessed dead on. V, please don't tell me you're tied into this.
Why did all the ACC people make vent accounts? You can buy a notebook at the dollar store. I don't know. It was definitely... Woo! Sorry, I'm yawning. It was definitely more common a long time ago. Maybe when I was like younger, it was a more common thing to just share your feelings on the internet, but definitely not now.
V, honestly, I would like to say I'm not. Joni, you're the one who sent in the twit longer, aren't you? V, yeah, I won't lie to you. I will be straight up honest. Joni, V, I trusted you. I trusted everyone. Why? V, I don't like that you were hiding something like that from the most important person to you, and when I told you to talk to him. Joni, I won't deny I'm heavily at fault for all this, but V, you didn't. You obviously wouldn't listen to me, and I wanted him to snap you out of it. But instead, he was more angry about the fact that you lied to him and hid shit. Joni, the only reason I hid it away was because I was scared, especially after a convo that happened in the past. I should have talked to him. I know that, but V, why? This is just... He was everything to me, and now I probably lost him. V, Joni, you expect me to not say something at least a concern to Buddy when you aren't talking to them? Honestly, you're basically telling me I should have let you hurt my son essentially.
What are we even talking about, dude? I gotta be honest. I don't know if there was a plot here, but I feel like I kind of lost it.
And well, I'm sorry. I tried telling you in a concerned way, then a civil way, and then a stern way. All times you didn't listen to me. Why would you have this time? If I told you, Joni, tell Buddy. I'm sorry, but did you want me to tell him to go to New York to see you, and then he basically gets crushed to find out you're now a woman? I'm sorry, but Buddy means a lot more to me than you'd think. I'd do anything to help him and make sure...
We may be in a recession, but commentaries about the boom from the increase in unemployment. You know, commentary kind of fell off after the pandemic ended. Maybe we need a recession. Maybe we need some losers for me to be the winner, okay?
Sure he's okay. I don't like that I violated your trust.
Some of you may default on your mortgage, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to take.
But you know what?
Hold on, let me say it like the President of the United States. Some of you may default. You may default on some of your mortgages. But you know, it's how we're going to make everything great again.
Were you ever going to actually tell Buddy? Or was he going to find out some other way when the relationship has gone?
Mortgage, motherfucker, I'm lucky to rent a house. Yeah, but I felt like mortgage had like... It had more oomph, which is why I said mortgage.
As far as it has.
D, I thought you had a kill count. Isn't that proof enough you're a winner? Listen, man. I need to get those numbers up, okay?
Joni, I don't know when, I was planning on keeping it secret for a few weeks at least.
As a trans person, I would say if someone is transitioning and hasn't told anyone yet, you should simply mind your own damn business, because it does not matter. People will learn eventually. I think like I think this chat is of the woke opinion that you let somebody come out on their own time, right? Like all of this like deliberation and discourse, it's like they don't need to tell anybody anything, right? It's again, it is nobody's damn business, right? I just, you know, it's not your space, it's not your place. If you're not the person, it's not for you to say anything.
Was afraid and anxious of talking to you or Buddy on it. Buddy mostly, due to an
trying to beat the Oreo? Well, that's going to take a long time now, is it?
interaction we had prior to me realizing. Well, everything is in that twit longer. I'm sorry, I feel so betrayed. He was the thing that kept me going most in life, and I ruined it. I ruined it all, V. You have all right not to like me, but you know what? I hate the fact that you hurt my son knowing that I would.
This is like not actually their son, to be clear.
And well, the fact that you hid shit all the time and you lied to them about stuff, he had to know.
Though I do agree it's a bit more complicated if your partner doesn't know you're trans. I think they deserve to know, but it wouldn't be my business to tell someone if their partner was trans. Well, you know, there's an extra dynamic in this, is that I think one of the partners in this relationship is a child.
I was hoping that it was going to be a conversation of him saying that you talked to him around the same time I told you to talk to him, but instead, it was about a month ago. And it wasn't even that big. You vent daily about your problems related.
Statistically speaking, we may get someone in the Senate or in office that was a slideshow commentary community or our commentary community in the past. No, that's not going to happen, okay? Because these motherfuckers don't go to Harvard or Yale, okay?
To that. You trust me and so many other people to talk to about that. But you wouldn't trust your own partner? You wouldn't even let them know? What did you expect me to do after I found out that Buddy knew absolutely nothing? The person who would be affected just as much as you, if not more? Joni, when I told him about being non-binary, V, I know you don't like that I violated your trust. Joni, this ended up being said, quote,
well, not in Trump, but he's the president. Yeah, but he was like a wealthy landowner. Right? Like you gotta not only be somebody in the ACC, you have to either be born into a generationally wealthy family like Trump, or be fabulously lucky to get famous, or a little bit of both, right? Like a lot of stars gotta align here, right? Like, are we placing bets on which one of the ACC members is like secretly the beneficiary of a multi-billion-dollar legacy, right? Like, which one of these people do you think would even be that?
I just wanted everything to go okay.
Yeah, I'm not inclined to think that's true. And most of the ACC is either on drugs, disabled to the point of permanent unemployment, or such a dropkick they dropped out of homeschool. Well, here's the thing. You can be both an addict and an unemployable wretch and still be in the government. So, you know, there's that.
While at Dad's, when I saw the pic,
Turkey Tom was technically ACC. I think he's got a shot, I believe. I think I'm gonna veto that. He did say the N-word, and that'll definitely not help his case. KP could have the easiest path to public office. You know, the worst part is that if there was anybody who I would think would do it, KP is like really high up there on the chances of like someone who would do it. Mally, can it be me? Well, you're Australian, so like, or New Zealand. It's New Zealand, right? I don't know. Fucking one of them. I'm American. It doesn't matter anyway. You're not allowed here. We don't want you people here.
I thought you were trans and we were over. I thought that everything was over. End quote. I was scared. And
KP looks like a young Republican, so she's halfway there. Yeah, but she's also like got to thread the needle of being like a conservative, like Jewish woman in a time and place where they don't like specifically both of those things.
Anxiety just got to me and I didn't want.
I think we could actually make KP win. I think we could get KP to win. I don't think she'd be good. I think she would 100% become like a town mayor that like builds a monument in her name and then squanders the city's funds or something. But I do think KP has it in her to be that kind of person, not for the good of anybody other than herself. Diesel calling all Aussies poor for real. Tragic state of affairs. I don't even know what kind of government you guys have. I just assume it's all fake. I assume it's a kangaroo court.
Want to say anything. I hate this. I hate that you are right. V. Yeah, but that doesn't give you the right to fucking actively destroy
KP having a press conference adjusting the Epstein files.
your relationship, and then get mad at me for daring to stick up for my fucking son. Why are you getting mad at me when I and Buddy...
-2? Don't -2 that one. That one was fucking funny. That one was fucking funny. Don't -2. Dude, you guys wouldn't recognize Peak if it was like a game that you played on Steam with your friends, dude.
have all right to be mad at you. You didn't listen to me. You wouldn't talk to me when you had an issue to try and actually deal with your problem. And you didn't even talk to Buddy. Instead, let's...
Jar
to
because he's a white man and alt-right. I mean, he is alt-CC.
Go sit in the corner. That kangaroo joke was awful.
I think it was pretty good.
Tumblr people and use made-up fucking BS to try and make me feel validated because trans is the new hip thing and I cannot be a male that happens to be more femme than most. I'm sorry, but if you want to say that I hurt you, I'm sorry if I did.
2030 is when U.S. Senator KP a lot erected the Fluttershy statue. Dude, it's gonna be crazy when we have a Unite the Hoof rally and all the bronies come out to try and defend the Fluttershy statue from being taken down.
I really am. And now, back to the original doc.
Don't listen to them, Diesel. It's just the woke trying to make comedy illegal. They wanna stop jokes from being told, folks. I'm just telling you. I do just talk like Trump. I do just sound like him, don't I?
Document. V continues. More importantly, you're only getting me more angry the more you lie by admission, and more importantly,
Dude, the more you lie by admission, dude, that's crazy.
you want to actively prove to me that I should have the reason to think you're going to change. Like, Joni, how can you be sexual when you're non-binary? Now,
Well, I've got really, really interesting news for you. Trump is just Diesel's white Sona. Dude, dude, chat, you're kind of on fire tonight. I feel like I should just let you guys run stream because you guys are kind of just, you kind of are like cooking today, dude. God. And more importantly, you're only getting me more angry, kitten. The more you lie by admission, and the more importantly want to actively prove to me that I shouldn't have a reason to think that you're going to change. Like, Jonah, how can you be sexual when you're non-binary? That doesn't make any sense.
going to change.
Jar will be the only casualty of Dark Woke. God, we can imagine, dude.
Like, Joni, how can you be
that is so funny. The whole non-binary thing being like, how can you be sexual if you are non-binary? It's like, well, we got gender identity and sexual expression are two different spectrums, buddy, okay?
sexual when you're non-binary. Now, aside from V trying to belittle and berate Joni over a personal choice that V should in no way have any say over,
I'm non-binary and very sexual. The emoji on the end was the emoji necessary. I feel like the message was conveyed, but like, But like you're going like the extra mile by adding an emoji.
Either V Omega is being even more malicious or outright idiotic by stating non-binary people cannot be sexual. And even then, what business is it to an 18-year-old if a 16-year-old can or cannot be sexual? Joni does defend this by stating how uncomfortable they
Dude, I can't believe it.
feel and how she knows herself better than anybody, and V was just trying to use his personal beliefs to override how Joni felt. And how despite that, they still wanted to be friends with V. V continues by stating they think being non-binary isn't a real thing, and how it's just a phase, and how he's never seen an adult who is non-binary. Which is, again, fucking ridiculous. Followed by V implying that Joni is a transgender, and how they're angry that they never spoke to V about it
How can you be bisexual if you're a man type argument? Yeah.
beforehand, and in V's mind, that somehow gives credence to Joni not being trans. This part specifically highlights V's extremely controlling nature around others around him, and especially Joni, feeling obligated to all information around Joni's gender identity. The following messages are quite long, but I feel it important to read these out because it's genuinely sickening how V thought this was okay. Joni, I can't hate. Hate is a really strong word for me, but I won't lie in saying that makes me really peeved. V, and not even try to talk to me about how you were before any of this. I feel like I cannot trust you because you wouldn't trust anyone else with that information aside from people.
This guy, this Omega guy is like really like I know that they're messages and they're typed out, so you can't tell their tone of voice, but like the way that the messages are written are as if this Omega guy has like doesn't actually care and is performatively caring or like performatively being mad because they're like mildly perturbed. Like they're going the extra mile to make it sound like they're really mad when they're only like a little bothered.
Who obviously don't.
Actually, I feel like he might be asking because he thought non-binary means no gender. I really find it funny, the idea of somebody who's so mentally fucked in the head that their entire concept of gender identity like comes straight down to like very literal interpretations of words.
Know what they're talking about. Ah yes, but
Dude, when you describe a homo sapien and he's like, I'm not a homo sapien, I'm a hetero sapien, dude.
because V Omega is an absolute expert on trans identity. He continues, you may be as mad with me as you like, but when you and I can both agree that you didn't listen and have no reason not to learn from your past mistake by not being honest with the people who need to know it most, what reason do I have to give you any respect? Like, why should I be respectful of your identity if you can't even be honest about it? I get that people will become more sensitive at times when time progresses, but this is honestly to a point where your oversensitivity has you in a bind, doesn't it? Honestly, I even question myself about even discussing this with you. It's obvious you're not going to listen to me when I have tried to help you before. So I gave up realizing my words of advice are ignored. So instead, I'm giving you my personal thoughts and my feelings, because maybe that matters more to you. Or maybe it doesn't, I don't know. I just want my friend back. I just want them to snap out of this, and I want them to go back to who they actually are. Because this isn't you. You changed a lot, and I don't like it. And no, I'm not referring to the non-binary.
Homochromia? How do you have gay eyes? What's that meme with the main character of Metaphor and they're like a boy with heterochromia in his eyes or something, or like homophobia in his eyes.
Thing here. Your mentality changed. Your way of handling yourself has changed. In some areas,
Dude, this Omega guy is discovering that teenagers grow up. Dude.
Gotten better, but
Heterochromia, yeah.
at what cost? Joni, I know you're not. You want the me back who could confine stuff to you easily, right? V. Well, Joni, here's what I'm gonna say. It looks like that you want to lie to people that matter to you most. And what you said on your vent account?
When I was younger, I went on a shoot right, when I was doing like contract work, some of like the people that I was in my course with, we would go out on shoots, like paid work stuff. And I was getting ready to do a shoot at a museum, and we had carpooled, and the person who drove me was telling me that they're in a poly relationship. And so that was like, this was before I knew like Fauci and stuff. And so this was my first experience with somebody who was poly. And I asked them, I'm like, oh, so how does that work? You know, I was asking genuinely because I was interested, not in joining, but like I was just interested from like a curiosity standpoint. And they're like describing it to me. And I'm like, so how many people are in this polycule? And they start explaining it, and then they're like, so we've all organized in a Discord server. And I'm like, uh-huh. And as they're going on to like elaborate on this, they basically described to me the structure of a 20-plus person polycule in a Discord server. And all I could think at the back of my head is like, this motherfucker is in a sex cult. And there's no other way to describe what they are explaining to me other than like they're in a sex cult.
It shows me that
It was definitely over 20. It was like a full Discord server of individuals who all have like relationship ties to some people, but not all of them.
you're willing to lie to your parents because of this fear. And seeing as I can never know what you're truly thinking, I can never know if you're ever being honest with me, or anyone for that matter. I think you even—
That's not a workable polycule, man. I think they were just, you know, going through a dark place, you know?
lie to yourself,
Were they Mormons? No, definitely not. You don't get many Mormons in New York.
and you don't even realize it. You think I like being like this in general?
See, they say it was over 20, but I think it was more like they had a few, and their partners had a few, and their partners had a few. And so they decided to like consolidate everybody's partners into one server for easy organization. But then at that point, I don't know about that.
Be honest here. Actually, no, pretend to be honest because I can't be sure anymore. Joni, I don't think that. I think this pains you more than anything else. Bringing up what happened with Buddy, all of this. You know I feel low. You know and see how bad I've gotten over time. With my fear and anxiety, only a sadist would enjoy this, so no, I don't think you like this at all. We've been friends for 2 years, V. You would never enjoy this. V, I want you to be better, but when you refuse to listen to me, when it's obvious that I know how to deal with this a lot better than you, and probably anyone else you—
The Leo X Ponder X7 Omega call is so funny.
There's a lot here to get through. The Liopa. Okay, all right. So that's coming up.
talk to you about this, it gives me the impression that when you hide things, when you lie about things and won't listen, it comes off to me that you only want me around for emotional support and don't care about how I feel or what I think, and I hope to fucking God you understand that. Yes, V, because that's what a friend is meant to do. They're meant to be there for emotional support. Joni continues. That's not it either. I can see that perspective. I can see it well. I'll be honest. With the identity thing alone, I'm scared and anxious about talking with you. Everything else though, I think it's just that one other problem I can't seem to learn from, as hard as I try in that I don't want
We're
people
only
to worry
17 minutes into this video. This feels like a lot longer.
about me too much. A lesson I should have learnt from, but I fear has gotten worse. V, I just want my fucking friend back. Non-binary or not, I just—
What does that mean? What do you mean? Your entire gripe with them is that they're transitioning. And you're like, I don't care if you're non-binary. I just want you back, even though my main problem with you is the fact that you're thinking of transitioning your gender.
want them back. V, okay, I'm gonna say it. I honestly am not a fan of how you went about your transition, and it definitely feels like a personal attack when you know my struggles in the past of when I had to go through trans thoughts.
When I had to go through trans thoughts. He was thinking about Transformers, guys. You don't understand. It was a really dark time.
And when you say there is also no criteria to being trans, it feels like you are invalidating—
Paisley celebrates 2 months of membership. What is this Diddy blood doing on the calculator? Is blood Einstein? Pregnant man emoji. Pregnant man emoji. Epstein. Pregnant man emoji. Pregnant man emoji.
Oh shit.
Tons
How
of
old is this person? This insecure transphobe is talking to. The transphobe is 18. The other person is like 16.
pain I had to go through. And when you also suddenly shift gears with yourself, with two major things without really listening to much of what
Akira clip, but it's trans thoughts. Dude, it's the Akira clip, but every time it's the programmer socks. Programmer socks, they're stockings, you fucking idiot, Diesel. Jesus.
I or others had told you with the best of intentions. It felt
Leave
like
me alone. There's a picture of Astofu.
you genuinely had no respect for what I had to say, or how I felt, and same with others. It really feels like that your main reason for you thinking that you were trans was your non-masculine physique, and things like that in general, when those are physical traits and personality and not thought processes. It really
AI could never copy the beauty of somebody having a crash out with multiple ellipses.
feels like you trivialized something that was genuinely
I thought stockings were stocks. Were socks.
serious to me, and not just that. Something I had to go through almost half a year of
I mean, they kind of are socks, you know?
mental torture for. Figuring out yourself is good, but when you do it in basically the span of a few weeks, I don't wish to sound insulting, but I feel like that the way you went around this was inconsiderate of people like myself, and not just that, your ways of secrecy and sudden shifting, and when you sort of show a lack of remorse for how you would hurt some people like myself, or Jackson, and even Timmy. I don't even know how I'm supposed to feel about you. I felt personally attacked multiple
Oh my god. Oh, brother.
times. I felt like you wouldn't listen to someone who obviously understood how this would be more. You avoided people who you had no reason to avoid, who would always try to help you figure out who you were. And when you were around my clique of people who were mostly gay and bi, and then you're just now suddenly around a bunch of trans people and a bunch of other stuff. And considering how you would treat some situations and not consider other
The Discord pink pill. The Discord pink pill strikes again.
things, I kind of feel like that you
Dono goes broke today. Oof. I know, you're telling me about it. I have to go through the psychic damage with no Dono goal. I don't even know how I'm going to survive.
all over myself, Buddy and Timmy, to just sort of fit in with the crowd of people you feel closer with now. And because of
No, what I'm going to do is that when I go take a piss in a little bit, I'm going to play ads.
that, I have to say that I just don't know if I can respect your identity or take your apparent struggle of possibly being trans seriously when it only came off as you misunderstanding general traits and physical characteristics and small preferences as signs of you being trans. And yes, it is personal, but I'm sorry if this hurts you. But I kept quiet about this long enough. And for all the times I stay quiet about when you hurt me or make me feel like I don't matter in some situations, or my opinion only matters.
You know, man, I think this is all happening on Discord. I think the kids aren't all right in that we should develop more third spaces. I think the American populace should stop bowling alone. I think we should develop more multi-use zoning applications so that way people can interact with their fellow neighbor more frequently and have social interactions outside of the internet, so we could have higher social cohesion and more positive interactions with people around the same age. That would be really helpful. Anything to minimize phone use, as phones seem to be the predominantly leading factor in many people's mental health issues these days. By the way, this is unrelated, but I felt like I'm speaking about it. Nah, this guy rather be a professional trans investigator. I've been thinking about buying an MP3 player, chat, like getting an old one. And like I might get like an old iPod, open it up, and then like put a USB-C port on it from like soldering and stuff. I think I might do that. I think I'm leaving Spotify. Because Spotify fucking sucks. Like, it unironically, the app just does not work anymore, okay? Like it just does not work, and it's really fucking annoying. So I'm looking for tools to like build my own music library and like just fuck off from Spotify because it doesn't load, it doesn't work. None of the like shuffle features work appropriately. The audio quality is bad. The only difference, right, is that I want to listen to podcasts. I'm a big podcast guy.
To you and you agree with it, I just don't think I will feel right if I do not tell you that a reason why I will although respect your pronouns but won't respect your apparent struggle is because you didn't respect mine or anyone else's and still don't by never ever once actually listened to people who wanted to help. And I'm
and it's like I get YouTube Music is there, but like I just something about YouTube Music just does not. I used to be a Google Play Music subscriber. So I used to get my music through Google Play Music before they turned that into YouTube Music, and I lost my entire library and I was pissed. And then that's when I moved to Spotify.
More than sure that I'm not just speaking for myself here, but I am sure that when I feel like you used other people to a lesser extent to make you feel better in the moment leading up to all of this. Now I'm aware that was quite a lot of text to go through, but again,
Diesel explaining how he'll transition ... from Spotify to downloaded MP3s.
I think it's really important to highlight these priorities in these conversations. But I will also point out this point is very interesting in note in why V mentions how Joni, whilst around V, was surrounded by mainly bi and gay people and had recently been around trans people during her transition, and how this angered V so much, and as I said earlier, V admits to having a crush on Joni, leading to my suspicion that this transphobic behaviour was an additional means of controlling Joni to fit into his sexual desires, which is an added layer of disgusting behaviour and the sexual grooming we will see later into this document. The document continues by V stating, Joni, you replaced your friends that you used to almost always be around and originally identified with, and when you became closer with these others, you just basically tossed the rest of us to the side and didn't realize what kind of hurt you were going to cause. Like,
bro, blood is taking this like it's the most serious thing on planet Earth. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Here's another thing you obviously know. I hide issues that hurt me immensely, or are bothering me if it's something I feel will cause a bigger problem than it's worth. Joni replies by stating, the second of which being the reason, right? And after I said you were gatekeeping it, because
Dude, the role plays these people must have been crazy.
Something that would cause a big problem
brother.
if you brought it up again. Well, no shit, Joni was worried about talking about this topic to V, given his response to learning about Joni being trans was to berate them in massive blocks of texts, not even giving Joni any way of defending herself, just insulting and bullying them over this very difficult decision in her life. These messages do continue on with the same level of transphobia you could expect from someone like this, and I will put some of these examples on the screen as I...
Alright, well, let's read some of these. Joni, let me put it like this. It's just because you don't like aspects of your body doesn't mean you're trans. Want me to show you how easy it is to have someone not be at odds with their gender identity, but yet show a lot of characteristics that you have and would not be trans? You're looking at them. I don't like my facial hair. I wish I had smoother skin. My brother in Christ, you were 18 years old. Oh, yeah. I wish I had smoother skin. You can moisturize. I prefer to have longer hair. Grow, yeah, V is an egg, basically. Yeah, this is giving egg.
Phobia, you could...
You think V will try to return as a Christian, former gay, right-wing grifter?
could expect from...
I wish I was a little bit taller, a little bit baller. Oh.
Someone like this, and I will put some of these examples on the screen as I talk, but I genuinely cannot stomach reading some of these out.
Are there any good audio book apps that are on Spotify or Audible? I need to delete Spotify. Dude, that's another one that's also difficult. Both podcasts and audiobooks, there's like no good alternative. There like literally isn't.
and I think
Maybe like Rakuten like ebooks or something, or like one of those, and you could download them.
you may understand why that may be. The document continues by showing V
If you don't want to sail the 7 seas, that is.
and Joni's Twitter conversations, which contains how V felt so betrayed that Joni was different and changing as a person.
Oh my god, this guy is really pressed that his child bride wants to transition to a child groom. Well, I mean, they're already being child groomed, but like, you know.
Accusing Joni of using someone called Timmy for pleasure. What is being referred to by this is how Joni would do similar role plays to the one she had with V, which makes the accusation really hypocritical and a side of V wanting to control Joni alongside accusing Joni of cheating on another person with no basis at all, stating how
I never hated my body when I was trans. I'm actually very lucky that I'm a trans man who's not super short with natural muscle, a wide build, and broad shoulders. I fucking scored. Brother is out here being like, I got peak genetics. I'm literally mogging on all other men, dude.
Joni didn't need to try and make amends with V alongside calling her heartless, and yet despite this, V would later go on to try and reach out to Joni via email, stating the following: Joni, it's me, V. Could you message me on Discord at some point? I know it's out of nowhere and such, but honestly I've had enough of being the one hiding here. And I cannot find your old Discord. I'm tired of crying. Hell, I don't fucking know if you even really check up on this account. I want and need a resolve. I really cannot take this anymore. I miss you. We've been friends for fucking years, and this is how we're
You know, I can't really say that like every single drama wouldn't exist if it wasn't for America's single-use zoning, but I think that the death of the third place has caused this. And I don't have another answer for this mental illness affliction other than that.
being with each other, people who can barely approach the other because we can't just figure out things or how to fix the means of how we hurt each other and how to move on from that. Almost every time a mention of you is made, I go either close to dead silent, or I have to leave the call now because of how worked up I am over all of this, and I try to avoid the topic of you with others as often as I can. I know we had an argument not too long ago in the comments of your video, but can we just put that aside, just so that way I can actually talk with you properly again? Just one more time. I can't deal with texting anymore. If you're able to at some point, I genuinely just can't feel right anymore. If we don't work this out, Joni, I'm sorry. I'm just fucking sorry about being so distant. I've just been honestly scared of fucking things up, and I just don't want this anymore. I just want us to be friends. I'm honestly not even myself anymore because of how much this separation of a friendship caused on myself at least. If you feel that you're better off without me, so be it. But at the very least, I'm just sorry. I just at the very least wanted you to know that. Even if we never get this settled between us, because I'm sure that a long time from now, I'll probably be fine. But honestly, I'd rather not have to deal with that. This would lead to Joni and V reopening contact and the final conversation they would have together before Joni made her document and twit longer, being an argument over a tweet Joni had made highlighting police abusing power and how V took offense to it, saying that Joni researched the example wrong, despite the example Joni used to be quite fair. Most of what I have spoken about regarding Joni's document had made its way to Lio Convoy and Ponder Sprocket. Just after the document was released, the pair were not aware of the grooming evidence yet, unfortunately, when they confronted V, but this was that interaction.
So you've been updated on the madness?
I'm still going through the Google Doc. I haven't even gotten to the grooming, and I have so many problems already.
Yeah, I voiced mine very clearly.
Huh?
I'm very sure that's with me, and I completely understand.
Obviously you don't, because...
Is that like really like high pitch? Is that Ponder? It's been a minute, guys. You gotta help a Unk out here, okay?
I had to
yes,
point out this, and when you said, "Oh, I agree with you 100%," again, you said this is what it looks like, not I was blatantly manipulating Joni. And
you know when you can like picture what a person looks like, and you're like pretty certain that you're correct on what they look like. I think I'm having that moment right now at Ponder Sprocket.
gaslighting them and being a manipulative piece of shit.
Yeah.
Well, he read through one of his back and forths. Joni concerning Joni's opinion on police, and I already tore into him over that one.
Yeah. I definitely know that I am not like a good person for doing that.
The sad sack routine. I cut that out.
Okay.
Let me be honest with you. I can speak for myself. I can't speak for Ponder, but that doesn't endear me to you any further.
Leo, you'll get so much of a kick out of this. You know when people try to imply that they're scared via text, so they do that little stutter.
Even though they are right, how do they manage to be so cringe throughout this whole call?
Look, I mean, you know, I'm not even gonna try and justify it other than that it makes me laugh.
Typing.
Dude, Kiwi Guava sounds like an ACC person, not gonna lie.
Thing.
Yes, he did that.
Yeah, he did that when he contacted me.
I see a 21-year-old man doing that. That's really endearing.
I don't know if you can figure out how completely fucking angry I am with you.
Well, you have every right to be angry with this guy. You're right. Again, I haven't found any evidence of him being a groomer, but him.
Oh my god. There's like a very like tense thing when he says the groomer thing.
Being a general slimeball and a douchebag, absolutely, without question. Now, not too long ago, about a year ago, I had to defend Mad Plushie, and Mad Plushie's a complete and utter idiot, but he still got done wrong. I mean, it was fun to defend him. Yeah, going forward, don't roleplay like that. That doesn't endear you to anybody either.
Huh? Don't roleplay like that? There's no context where that sounds okay at all, dude.
I stutter.
Oh. I'll drop that habit.
Oh my god, 1 HP, Andy. Holy shit. Oh my god. Somebody get final hit so we can get the fucking loot drop from fucking Apex Predator Omega over here.
You need to.
Like, to say what, like, I think I pretty much said on my Twitter.
I wanted to be known every time I see stutters in text, I automatically read it in the exaggerated EN dub Deku voice. I do the same exact thing as well. That is exactly how I read that. Same thing with like a bunch of ellipses. I read that the same way too.
I've looked over what I did a lot and I don't like it, and I'm going to be doing what I can to change how I am as a person because this just isn't okay.
I feel like when somebody's like, I've looked at this and I'm going to change and grow as a person, I feel like being told to change and grow as a person doesn't like actually work. I feel like you just change and grow naturally as you accumulate experience in life, right? So it's not like something that you could just will into existence by like being owned epically or like being it's just not something that you could just will into existence. You experience life and you grow and change as a person. So I feel like when somebody on the internet is like, you should grow and change as a person, it's like, I mean, honestly, they're just saying you should kill yourself, but trying to be nice about it. But then in the same respects, I also feel like if you mean it genuinely, you don't even know what that means because I don't think that we as people work that way. I think you just literally grow over time.
Actually, V, I do have a question for you. You were outed, right?
Yes.
Why the fuck did you out Joni?
I was mad and I wasn't thinking. It was a stupid idea.
They did end up coming out. Okay, so they were mad. So, chat, we were correct. It was an egg all along.
Entirely.
Like, no real, like, I
read it as Morty from Rick and Morty. I like how everything that we're describing is like somebody who is a pathetic sad sack.
Was outed and it was absolutely horrible.
I've just never been outed before, and I didn't take it the best.
What? No, I'm saying it was fucking horrible for you to out Joni in response, knowing that you'd been outed and you know how horrible it is.
Wait, hold on. You didn't tell me you did that.
Oh, yeah, he outed Joni to her significant other at the time.
You did what?
The thing
You can have a lot of opinions on Lyle Convoy, but he has really funny reactions to things, okay? That is a A+ reaction to that information.
is that I was telling Joni that they should really talk to like their partner.
That's not what you fucking
sitcom reaction. It is a really funny reaction.
Said. You approached Joni and you said, you know, I never lied. Even when I told your boyfriend, where the fuck is it? Yeah, here it is. I never lied to you in all of my time in knowing you. Even when I fucking leaked your stuff to Jackson, I didn't lie.
Okay, first and foremost, no, you shut up and you listen.
You better sit down and listen. A true alpha is talking. You're gonna learn the meaning of Omega today.
First and foremost.
When will you learn? When will you learn that your actions have consequences? Sorry, I'm turning into Toad. I thought I was Sammy the Classic Sonic fan, but I'm actually just Toad. Mario! You outed them to their partner, Mario! Nobody was supposed to know that Birdo was trans!
That was none of your business. That was
none of your business!
Not your relationship. You are in your 20s. Better learn better real quick.
Well, I like to what is Lyle gonna do? Is he gonna reach through the Discord and like fucking Homer Simpson strangle them, dude?
Holy crap.
You better learn real quick.
I knew better when I was 14. What's your excuse?
Like, I was... When I heard the ages of those involved, I was thinking, like, oh, okay, well... In any sort... Like, yeah, legally V should fucking know better. But in any sort of grooming context, a 2-year age difference? Come on. But seeing this shit... Like... I literally...
Dude, Lio is actually Homer Simpson maxing. That's crazy.
Would not be surprised if you had been grooming Joni, because this is like blatant manipulative behavior where you are trying to tell them that they're not a thing because it doesn't...
Mario! They leaked the Discord server!
...conform to what you're sexually attracted to, V. You get mad at them for joining a group of trans people and figuring out that they're potentially trans when you, a homosexual man, helped them to figure out...
A homosexual man? Oh. Here I was thinking that they were an egg. But it just turns out they were a different 3-letter word.
That they were a homosexual furry? Are you fucking kidding me?
I had to count that egg was 3 letters.
A lot less like concern and a lot more like control.
Yeah.
That's what I got onto you about concerning your tirade. Because again, you demonstrated not just in the chat log you read to me.
That's right, they're a leg.
Also in the chat logs I believe Ponder is reading, if I'm not incorrect here. That you like to go off on tirades demanding people give you answers for XYZ thing when...
Esterati celebrates 19 months of membership. Homosexual furry is redundant.
They are to give you answers for. It's none of your freaking business.
How dare you lie to me? How dare you not tell me this thing the minute you figured it out? Oh, you mean because they were afraid of rejection?
No, you guys are getting it twisted. Lio's the homosexual.
And getting yelled at and making people angry? This thing that you're blatantly doing?
Now, currently, I still don't have evidence that you did any grooming. So I will not get on to you about that until we find it, if it exists. So far, again, due to your actions, you're not in...
Little did they know. that there was grooming.
Endearing yourself to
ASMR ACC drama stream. Hey guys, today we're gonna be looking at V Omega and whether or not they groomed that other one that I forgot the name of.
anybody here. Regardless of whatever implications you might have about your standards concerning your personal opinion about the trans community therein, the way you act with your friends abhor it.
I'm sleepy already.
Yeah, I entirely agree to that.
Ponder, I imagine, is probably still reading through those chat logs, so you're probably going to get more of them coming pretty soon.
Oh no, I'm smoking a joint. I can't deal with this.
Oh my god. These are actual cartoon people. This is so fucking peak, dude. What the fuck? This is so peak. Holy shit. Classic Ponder moment. I can't deal with V Omega right now. I gotta smoke a joint, Lyle Convoy. Can you please put together that HG Gundam more aggressively, please?
Stupidity.
I'm going to say where that's not legal.
I'm in Canada.
Okay, this is a part I do need to interject on, because what the fuck do you mean you were high when you are confronting someone who has transphobia and, more importantly, grooming accusations against them? And yes, because
I gotta be honest. I would 100% interview some fucking cretin zooted out of my mind if I could pull it off, okay? Like, I feel like if I was like hocked up on cocaine, I could do a real good job interviewing.
Ponder was high in this call, she did not.
I don't care. I'm sorry, and I get what you're doing. I don't even disagree, but I don't feel like it's worth it personally.
Continue reading the document, meaning that V was never confronted on the grooming accusations in this call.
I do want.
You think if you were handling something serious, you wouldn't turn to drugs or alcohol? Listen, man, we're all clowns in the Emperor's Circus, okay?
To point out, V, you have a habit of how do I describe it? Spamming people when arguing with them, which
depends. Small bump performance enhancer. Whole rail gonna lose track of what you're saying.
Is another textbook manipulative thing where you don't let them get a word in. And we could actually see it in the chat with Joni. Joni had indicated that they either lash out aggressively or completely back down, and that's in response to this spamming shit that you're doing and the gaslighting.
I know what you're saying.
Is this to all your friends, or is it just the ones you're attracted to?
I can say that he's done it before, at least within, what, this month? You did that with Dulu and the Fiendish.
This feels like a fake event, right? Like the way Ponder and Lio both act like they're characters in a play. Like everybody's acting like a character in a play. Has the simulacrum become that good that I can't differentiate between that and reality, or is it actually that it's that fucking weird?
Cavern.
Yeah. Honestly, guys, I hope that this doesn't like come off as weird or anything. I do appreciate that you are pointing these things out to me, so that way I know.
I don't necessarily think that's true.
To change.
Nobody. I've people who are like, you know what? I've really been caught with my pants down. Thank you for telling me how fucking stupid I am. Does anybody actually mean that when they're told that?
Like my behaviors and what I do, because I don't want to be. But yeah, again, I like, as much as I don't like to hear it, it's something I do need to hear, and I appreciate that you guys are honest enough with me to.
Real quick, I have to ask. The Dulu person you spammed, was it Mommy Dulu by any chance?
Mommy Dulu?
Mommy Dulu?
That's the only Dulu I know.
No. I'm talking about Vabzakin.
It's nice. What is this? These are fucking fake characters. Who's their dude? It's like these people's fucking my hero quirk is that they're a quirk fucking chungus, dude.
Oh, okay, sorry. I know somebody else who goes by Dulu, so I just wanted to make sure, because if it was that person, I'm surprised this boy still has his face attached.
But
Oh my god. Dude, careful, guys. You don't want to ring the dinkster.
yeah, I hope it doesn't seem like I'm trying to avoid the call or anything, but
Dulu is truly okay.
like I just want to spend time with my husband because he just got home.
Actually,
Husband.
I did want to ask you a question. How long have you and your husband known each other?
Why is that relevant?
We've known each other for a couple of years.
Specifically, how long have you known each other?
Hey Rye, how long have we known each other?
Dude, imagine your husband is just sitting there in the back listening to you get chewed out by two other people.
2-3 years.
2, 3, okay.
Yeah, like
Damn, that's really quick to get fucking hitched.
2-3ish years.
Divorced also, by the way, after everything got outed. Wow, what a fucking... I'm not surprised, honestly.
2 years, yeah.
Alright.
If you
And for now, I suppose you are dismissed.
For now, ... I suppose you are dismissed. Well, for now, you're married, is what I thought he was gonna say.
Okay. But if I can ask you guys one more favor, if you wouldn't mind, would you mind pointing out the like kind of toxic behaviors, like DM it to me, like just from that doc alone, so that way I know what to work on and like what to fix.
V, there's something wrong with like every line of this fucking thing.
We'd have to just send you the link. Like, full stop.
Okay.
You
You know
here's the
what,
thing. If I'm trying to hit a nail with a hammer and I keep hitting my thumb, I don't need somebody to tell me not to hit my thumb. I can just look at the pain on my thumb and the bone extruding and realize I've been hitting my thumb with the hammer.
V,
You know, there's like I think there's like a parable about this or something. I'm surprised Lyle didn't do that. I think he would have really sold me if he did it as a parable.
you know what?
Same.
I'll tell you what. Dulu and I will get into a call and go through this with you, line by line.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Ponder.
No
I really
worries.
do.
Dulu will probably have a very, very fun time.
Ponder, I do appreciate it. I really do.
Because if I could interject
sure.
for just a second, I don't really know much about what's going on, but dude, I don't think you really need to be spoon-fed here. I feel like you should already figure out exactly
Who the fuck is this guy?
wrong.
Yeah, I just want to like make sure that I don't miss anything is all.
Is this the husband? That'd be really funny.
Like I know what my issues are. It's just I want to make sure if I miss something, someone like can point that out to me. I definitely
Okay,
have a
yeah,
lot of things to fix upon myself, and it's just I don't expect other people to fix me. I expect myself to fix me, and I'm going to do what I can to fix the behaviors I have because
Okay.
it's just
Well, I just own the place.
The ACC really is the one piece of internet communities, yeah.
Too, so I have to make sure what's going on here. But
yeah.
if it's happening in this room specifically, I kind of have to know. But
Mhm.
what is this mess?
Yeah, I can tell you two very easy things that you can work on right now, actually, that will probably help you out a little bit. The whole, putting ellipses at the end of sentences, for the most part, don't do that in most.
Who? That's Coyote Lovely. Who? I know that person's like also bad. Who is that? Are they like are they a pedophile? You know?
Those conversations, because that's again mostly just furry roleplay shit. As a furry, I understand that that's like natural, but don't do it because it does come off as very manipulative. Don't just when you're talking to someone, just talk to them. And aside
The proto jar.
from that, you know that like you've done this also with me in DMs where you send one sentence at a time and it constantly comes out to like 9 messages, so I can't get a word in edgewise. Work on shoring that up to one consistent paragraph, so if somebody wants to respond, they have the ability to do so instead of being overwhelmed with messages. Those are two very easy.
Ellipses is how you convey one HP voice and text. Yeah.
things that you can start with.
What the fuck is a Sophie? No. You're thinking of Hypnotist Sappho, which is like a whole big can of worms that we're not going to get into today. But Hypnotist Sappho, it's a long story. I'm not even going to bother explaining it, other than that it was bad.
Okay. Yeah,
It was one of the few that broke containment.
I can definitely work on that. I've definitely been told about the like one message at a time thing, and
yeah, it sounded like Medicare for a second, yeah.
like the way that Ponder explained it, I understand the issue a lot better now, and like with me, either I'm just going to say
Coyote raised up Hypnotist Sappho as a gay op.
Oh my god, Bizarro Jim.
just one thing, or if I need to say a lot of things, just write it all in one message.
Because like I can only speculate to intent for a lot of things, but it comes across, and if something's going to look bad, that's a good way that it will wind up looking worse because it looks incredibly manipulative.
Yeah, I get you. Like Ponder isn't wrong when it comes to what she said, and like it's
no way implying that I was in no way implying that she was. I'm just trying to here.
No. What I'm saying is, goddamn it. Like what I'm saying is just like knowing how like that there can come off as manipulative when I'm not trying to be. And
he does sound like Diet Jim. It's actually kind of crazy. The microphone that this person has makes him sound like Diet Jim for real, furry Jim.
And then the times when I am, it's just really bad. And like
furry Jim would be the thing that breaks the seventh seal. Dude, if furry Jim manifests, that's how we know the dimensional merge is happening, okay?
I'm definitely going to work on all of this because it's just, this isn't okay. This isn't like, damn, I lost my train of thought. But like,
why you
gotta be all, I wasn't trying to be? Like, you were doing so well, and then you were all, oh yeah, but it wasn't my intention. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter.
It's the fact that I did it.
Hey, Dubin, I hope you're having a great day.
And
Big boy owns up to his faults and deals with it instead of, well, I was XYZ to explain it away. No, this is 100% on your desk, on your lap. You are culpable. You are answerable for it. There is no but I. Be clear.
I am very like.
Then I shouldn't have to explain it to you for a third time.
All right.
Oh my god, dude. Dude. Lyle, we gotta get you in theater, brother. I think that you would do amazing in theater. I think you would be a tour de force in community theater.
Right. I'm sorry. It's
spend time with your husband.
Spend time with your husband.
I've just been a little tired out. But yeah, I'll spend time with my husband now, and I'll get to you, lovely. What do you want from me?
Again, the main critiques of this call still stand. It was rushed into, and the document wasn't fully read before questioning V, which is, to say the least, very infuriating. But again, it does show that V admits that what he did was wrong, and because he was mainly pressed on only the transphobia allegations, it may have led to him having a leg to stand on when he was making his own response to Joni's document. But as I had just said, there was also the grooming allegations levied in this document, as V and Joni's messages did have a tendency to lean into more sexual discussion. This did include NSFW roleplays and the likes, but there is a clear pattern of V breaking down Joni's boundaries and being the one to instigate, sending suggestive memes at one point where Joni states how they—
Oh, come on, Joni. You're not me. Stop it. I fucking suck. You're fine. Telling us to yiff in hell gives us a boner. All right, it's 2018. I think we gotta put the anthropomorphize the fucking advice animals away, okay? Except me, because I'm not a porn person. XD. ... Joni.
quote unquote not a porn person. Further clarify.
Closest thing I have is an Obhectin meme. Aha. Joni, you said that shipping pic is hot, both of them. So get your balls out of your ass and let them swing when you begin thrusting. Wow, that's fucking foul. But that image was just suggestive. I'm into suggestive art. Suggestive does not equal porn.
How they like suggestive art.
Does that even work on adult gays? Gays in the audience? If a man does that, what is, how do we, what's the over under on balls swinging?
Art, but not porn. V poking at this by stating how Joni thought the shipping art was hot. The screenshots continue with V.
Wow, good point. So yeah, also, I got gay furry porn too. So your choice, XP. Do nothing or reply back and make my job so much easier, XP. Use your own quote. Lol, but not much of a porn person. Seductive art maybe, but not really porn, and no.
He's sharing NSFW artwork he was drawing.
You want to see it? ... Sure. And then somebody spread.
And also Joni at one point.
Porn isn't a swear word. I never send porn. I only send the fluff. That'll change in a few months. Oh my god, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. Holy shit. Who the fuck sends porn to people, dude? That's like, you have to be like so insanely mentally ill to do that, okay? That's like a fucking meditative activity, you fucking freak. Aside, there's so many more things that are bad with this, but like, do we even need to address the grooming allegations in the room? We're way past that.
Stating how they never sent porn.
Burb Diesel sending you something.
Only fluff. V replying by saying that'll change in a few months, with V even stating they're going to suck Joni's cock.
Not sorry. Joni, I'm gonna suck your cock.
Later, and if she wanted to see his Sona's dick, followed shortly by V stating he was going to take a shower, and if Joni...
I'm a freaky person, but like I've never, as far as I can remember, never said porn. Somebody just sent me a message. This is the most threatening message notification I've gotten in a while. It's just that fucking ugly baby monkey.
He wanted a dick pic. The document ends by showing V telling Joni they will get them to yiff and they will like it.
You're gonna yiff and you'll like it, god damn it.
Alongside message history of it being clearly shown that even as a joke at the time, it was clear that V was, as Joni puts it, corrupting her. So far, we have had V being extremely controlling towards Joni in terms of her gender identity to suit.
Who hasn't enjoyed Zorn with the lads? I don't think I could watch porn with my friends. I'd feel weird. You know, like that's just, at that point, you're just like microdosing a gay experience, you know, if you're watching porn with other male friends.
His own sexual attraction to her, alongside anything they say online being berated and nitpicked over, ousting Joni to her partner over her gender identity, and now V slowly normalizing more sexual behaviors towards Joni via breaking down her boundaries and sharing pornographic material of himself to said minor. But again, something that appears to be common when it comes to V.
Yeah, it's a gaycation activity for sure.
Doesn't end there. On June the 27th, 2020, V Omega...
Watching porn is like a job. I clock in and I clock out. I'm not here to talk to coworkers. Yeah, like, I always find it weird that, like, porn sites have comment sections. Like, what is the kind of guy that, like, leaves a comment on a porn video? You know, like, what's going through your head that you reach that low point in your life, man? When I actually got cis male friends, the J.O. Crystal meme was huge, and I was like, do guys really do that? Did not receive a clear answer, to be honest. If they're men that do the J.O. Crystal, I think they might be a little bit more rainbow than they let on, you know? The guy's gotta compliment that pretty lady. They have to be bots. I don't think they're bots. No, some of these guys are like in the comments of these porn videos shooting they shot, thinking that somehow, some way, like she's gonna see it. But like she's not gonna see it, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Would respond to the allegations brought to light by Joni's document via their own document posted on Twitter, stating, quote, "Fuck cancel culture, fuck Joni Rue, and fuck everyone who calls her brave," showing a very confident bravado, replying to said tweet by stating, "This is why you don't trust the victim, especially when
What's the J.O. crystal? It's a crystal that you jerk off in to power it or something?
they've got no evidence. And if you don't have evidence of your claims like these, you weren't groomed." Now, considering the proof we have seen in Joni's document, this may sound batshit insane, and you would be right, as when we look at V's aforementioned document titled "At Chaos Queen 79's Worst Attempt to Try and Cancel Me," we are met with the following, quote, "I'm just gonna have this be written out like this instead of a twit longer, considering that I feel that it's limited and stuff, and considering I would prefer to write it out like this instead, gives me more time to think and how to properly respond to some accusations made towards myself. But considering they're pretty major ones, I feel that a trigger warning should be in order, where if you're unsettled by grooming, transphobia, or say just outright despicable acts, you have been warned." Now, here's what I'm going to say first. I don't think that Joni is lying. And I'll be honest, my memory is definitely hazy in a couple of areas. And if I get things wrong, I will definitely own up to it, because I won't say I'm completely innocent. But I don't want people to think that someone is a victim when honestly, they're quite clearly not. At least to the extent they'd have you believe. Now let me explain the context that Joni didn't give out, because it's disingenuous and not to mention very fucking scummy to pull and remove context here, considering that you need to understand the whole scope of the situation. Yes, it was 2018.
I'll say this, dude's going to BDSM videos talking about how lucky the guy is. It's sad, really. Well, there has to be like some kind of crippling loneliness that must overcome these men, that they reach out, hog in hand, to tell the world that they wish they could be the one in that video. You know, like, that's a really dark reality, dude.
Or 2017, something like that. And what had happened was that Joni and I became friends decently quickly, and during this time I was around, say,
"I'm a creep, I'm a weirdo, I'm definitely guilty, but I'll say that I'll give the OJ defense."
Oh yeah, and I'm reacting to your video. They have to be. Nah, I don't think they're I don't think, maybe they're the victims of scams. You know, but I think they really do think that they're going to get an answer.
either I just turned 18 or I was going to turn 19 around this time. Either way, I know I just became 18, and what had essentially happened was that Joni at one point, if I remember correctly, had given off some traits or signs that they weren't as straight as they were thinking to be. In fact, I wanted to do this considering that Joni seemed confused at the time, and like, I knew how hard it was when it came to coming to terms with one's sexuality. And now there was some stuff beforehand, if I remember correctly, but basically me asking general questions, and when things were kind of getting a bit more, I guess explicit is the obvious word to use here, I did let Joni know that I was planning on doing in advance, and I asked.
Guy sends a message being like, I want you to show whole. I'm gonna get you to show whole. I don't know about that, buddy. I think you might be presenting a different series of unfortunate events.
Asked them if they were okay with that sort of stuff. V then shows a conversation about how Joni was conflicted on her sexuality, and Joni making a suggestive remark about it, which again should fall on V to shut down, which V doesn't do.
There's lots of Bomb Rush cyberpunk music in this, dude. I can't wait for the next game to come out. I'm hyped for it, dude. That was like one of my favorites.
And as you may notice from the dates of these messages, the first screenshot takes place several months after the second, which is important to note given how V states that in the second screenshot that they didn't intend to be Joni's fuck buddy, and yet this type of sexual behaviour was allowed to happen, and as we saw from Joni's own doc, encouraged. Alongside the following message and point that V makes in stating that, quote, Joni didn't say that they weren't a porn person at all, they said they weren't much of a porn person, end quote.
Oh my god.
Quote. Despite the fact in the very screenshot below, they show how Joni had said,
yeah, that screenshot does contradict them already.
That they were not a porn person. This argument may sound semantical, and that's because it is, but despite all of the reasonings we have seen so far from V, it is not justifiable in the slightest. This point is continued via stating, quote, the fact that Joni wanted to stretch the truth this badly, no, not even stretching, but outright lying about it is fucking horrible. Like, no joke, it actually makes me fucking sick, because yeah, they never ever told me to not send them porn ever. Yes,
I feel like you need what. Okay, let's put aside any age gap related discussion in this, right? Don't you need like explicit consent regardless of any grooming related activities anyway? Like even before you broach that, you're just like you make it sound like, "Oh, what do you mean? I just unsolicitedly send porn to people I know." It's like like, yeah, Joni's a minor, and then on top of that, the way you make it sound is like, oh, you know, I just be sending pictures of the fucking hole. I just be sending hole to people without their consent, dude. like, there's so many realms where it's like you've broken social convention. Before we even address the elephant in the room, you've left like feces all over the floor leading up to where the elephant is, dude. Like.
Because the onus should fall on the minor to state for you to not send them porn.
Dude, one of those reverse predators, as they say.
Despite the fact that
Diesel is the creature from Frankenstein legal. I feel like the creature from Frankenstein is like a culmination of all the body parts that it's made out of. So like its age should be added on to the age of each body part.
This is a sign of V breaking down
it's at least 5 cabinets old, bringing back an old joke.
Joni's boundaries successfully when it came to said topic. The document continues with screenshots we have seen before, followed by the most deranged rant I have seen in a while. Quote, in fact, they never once told me to delete any porn ever, at all. The fact that this crucial detail that Joni wants to use in order to smear my fucking name she outright lied about is fucking horrendous. Fuck you, Joni. I was going to try and talk this out nicely and civilly with you, but the fact that you're this fucking stupid only tells me that you only did this to try and spin a narrative, which I will show how really soon. I didn't groom you, I didn't fucking force you into anything you didn't want, you aren't a victim of grooming, fuck you. You want to say that you weren't much of a porn person back then.
The real way to clap back when you're being accused is definitely to just start swearing at the other person.
But now you want to go, oh, I'm such a sweet little innocent being, when you fucking clearly weren't. You were at times the ones who wanted to make new erotic roleplay ideas. You would go,
I think that you guys should see Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein in movie theaters, so that way we could get more movies in movie theaters. That would be really great. By the way, I heard Chris Stuckman, the movie reviewer, made like a horror movie, and it was like dog ass.
out of your way to roleplay either with myself or a close friend of ours. The fact that you want to distort this makes me look like a former predator. Go fuck yourself.
Shelby Oaks. Yes, I also watched the new RLM vid. Yeah, I see. Dude, it's the name of it is really bad. Yeah, the name of it is really bad. Critic makes bad art, many such cases. Yeah, his heart's in the right place, man, but I think he needs to give it another go.
Serious allegations and the fact that I once
the name is not very inspiring.
You a friend disgusts me, but there is in fact one thing I want to bring up, considering that, like, I will admit it was 100% wrong of me to do. The drawing porn of Joni's character when they were 16.
It's funny, Critical Drinker made a video saying it was bad, but his movie was not any better.
Although, if that really is a point of contention, why did you commission artists or let your boyfriend do it? If it's really...
It's kind of crazy. I don't know. Maybe it's like the generation of YouTuber that he is, that he's like part of that generation that would have been bad at making movies anyway. Because there have been good YouTuber-made horror movies. Like, Talk to Me is one made by YouTubers. But then it also had the backing of A24, so it had all of this creative, like, power behind it outside of the YouTubers, you know?
Something that you feel the need to bring up. Put yourself...
Like I said, YouTubers are not good at making... Yeah, but there's definitely evidence to the contrary on that, which is why it's like... I think it's more like YouTuber who makes a movie because they have something to say versus YouTuber who has vanity project. And I think Chris Stuckman just likes movies. He doesn't like have something to say. And I think for... Sorry, allow me to pontificate using my degree here. I think people want to make movies because they like the pedigree and prestige associated with. So you're saying millennials may just be cringe. Yes. If I'm being simple, millennials are cringe. And maybe it's that. Also, I feel like sometimes people want to make stuff without having something to say, which is fine, but then you got to find a medium for it, right? It's like if you have something to say, make it because you have something to say. But I think a lot of people want to make stuff without having anything to say because there's pedigree behind it. And it's really hard to be somebody who's just like a jobber, right? Like you go in, you make a movie, you're like, I shit it out and I just put it out. There's a lot of guys like that in Hollywood, but I don't know, man. There's a huge barrier between Chris Stuckman and the movie industry.
On the same level of responsibility for a change, or is that too hard? To break this rant down, V admits to how it was a bad idea to draw NSFW of Joni's character when she was 16, but in the same breath questions why it was okay for them to commission artists or their at the time boyfriend to do it but not V, followed by showing DMs.
Yeah, Chris seems nice. I hope he had fun at least. I think I haven't seen Shelby Oaks, so I'm basing this off of what Red Letter Media said. They also didn't see it. Which really goes to show you. Yeah, if all you do is make reviews instead of short films, at least you won't improve at the craft. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like getting time on set is actually like vitally important. Like I could tell you right now, chat, that I don't have enough time on set to make a good movie. So if I went to go make a movie, like a feature right now, it would flop hilariously. It would be bad because I just don't have the reps. I just haven't done enough to be able to make something good. Like I know I have things to say, but I know it wouldn't be good.
V sent to Joni, basically begging for forgiveness and wanting to talk, before continuing the document by stating what they did surround.
Yeah, you have to have a lot of experience to be able to shit out a decent movie. No, you need to have a lot of experience to even shit out a bad movie that makes money. That's the thing, right? Like, you need to be able to be good enough at your job to work at a Blumhouse production, and those movies fucking suck.
The transphobia wasn't right, and they didn't think that way.
Just make a musical. That sounds like the hardest. What if it's a documentary movie? Well, those kind of are a little different. I think I could go make a documentary, like a full fat one right now, and it would be pretty decent. But then in the same token, I feel like the audience for a documentary is a lot slimmer than a fiction film.
More, and confessing he did have a crush on Joni while still being in a relationship, and stating they would.
What am I doing? I'm like having two conversations. I'm like watching this fucking guy flub a response and then also talking about the film industry.
Charge Joni with defamation and slander. Yes, because that totally wouldn't end with him being thrown into a cell. V then uses his own experience of being predated on for sympathy and claiming how Joni only tried to claim V groomed her to make V look bad or to quote-unquote cancel him.
I think that like everybody should just like start saying the most ridiculous shit physically possible when they get like accused. Like just get really wacky about it, okay? Let's like really mix it up here. Like let's break out the ukuleles. Let's battle royale this shit. Like let's bury the opposition in so much insanity it don't even matter anymore.
Same is done to her, claiming that Joni didn't even show proof of grooming, but V did? What? And yet V in this document never once addresses the claim in how he had sent a dick pic to Joni.
Brother, your film degree is more interesting than any of this ACC shite. I will say this, writing a book, and it's not even like a normal book because it's like, you know, you'll be able to use it as like a D&D thing. It's been very creatively fulfilling. It is like a billion times more creatively fulfilling than this stuff. I also have stuff I want to say, and I think I know D&D well enough, and I have friends that are good enough that it'll be a decent book. I don't think I'll be like amazing, but I think it'll be like a good first time. But it's like, I know that if I didn't have things to say, the book wouldn't exist the way it does. It wouldn't have like things in it that are things that I want to say. Because like the amount of like times that I bitch about society is definitely like, there's an undercurrent of that in the book. Don't worry. I didn't like, I'm not like beating you over the head with it. I'm not talking about like, you could use this as a regular D&D book, but I clearly have something to say, which I think is really important for books like that. You do get a lot of world books that have a lot of the features that I use, but I don't know. It's stuff I want to bring attention to.
After this document released, V would go on to make some amendments via quote tweets justifying him drawing NSFW of Joni's character as him being a different person back then, and how
he was in a dark place. He was in a dark place, guys. You gotta understand. Thuman, do you know how good of a DM fucking Beckett is? I had Beckett as my DM for a good like 4 or 5 months when we were playing Vampire the Masquerade, and I have not stopped thinking about my Vampire the Masquerade character since we stopped running that game. Like, it is actually crazy. Like, it is phenomenal. I have only inhabited a character like as well as I did then one other time, and it is with somebody else who is a very good DM, which is Hal. She was on stream yesterday. Especially, yeah, Beckett seems like he'd be quality, especially with Vampire's tone. Holy shit. Yeah. He really is. Like, there was just so much with, like, Beckett's game. He was so good at it. He's an amazing DM, dude. He's an amazing DM. I'm doing a... This is probably going to be for the Mana Potion Patreon, which I've started recently. I'll announce it in the next video, but I want to run, I am going to be running a game of Kinks and Cantrips, and I got Beckett on as a player, so I just need Beckett to be okay with me recording a game of Kinks and Cantrips. Because I really just want to see... It'll just be really fun. It'll be really fun.
Diesel server VTM campaign when?
Well, then that would mean that I have to manage you people. I already run like 4 games a week. It's actually like insanely mentally ill. Like, I mean, I have to do it for my job. There we go, guys. Mac with some cheese is gonna do it. But yeah. And of course, my vampire's a Toreador. Okay. I know we all figured that it would be that one. All right. But yeah, it's very pog, very pog. I should do a game with other creators. That'd be really funny. I don't know about Kings and Cantrips though. I don't think I want to be throwing out the whips and chains with some of you people.
you didn't think it was...
I just got a 6-7 ad. Based. I'm reading Stormlight Archive so I can properly DM the Cosmere RPG. Toreador are the freaky ones that like to fuck and are like manipulators, you know? I've been wanting to do D&D stuff since forever, but it feels like every time I find a group, the GM just forgets we're supposed to be doing it, and the group disbands, so I've kind of just given up. It's kind of hard. I mean, the scheduling shit is very difficult. I just so happen that I have like a really good, consistent group right now. And then we all like hang out and all that shit. Who's the nerdy one? Nosferatu. Nosferatu are all like hackers, but they all look ugly and gross. My new D&D character, Freddy Five Balls. Dude, imagine 5 nights at his place, dude. His balls are gonna be swinging. That's something that Omega once said, you know, in memory of their name. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call it there. I think I've wasted my time enough with this. I think this guy is 100% guilty. Bring up the verdict. Boom, boom, boom. I have too much ADHD for D&D. I thought I did too, but like a good DM keeps me in my place with my jingled keys, you know. So I'm able to keep it in. But I'm a head out. Okay, my voice is kind of straining, so I think tomorrow will probably end up being the day I take off. So I'm gonna do that. All right. Good night. Good night, everybody.